Ah, is that work? Oh, there we are. It's working. It's working. Sorry about that. We, no idea. Technical difficulties. So it's working now. Is it working now? It's Silent Night. The Silent Night was yesterday. That's right. The silent film was yesterday. Yes, you're quite right. Oh, here we go. So can you hear me now? Thumbs up if you can hear me. We'll wait for a second.
Ich glaube, jetzt geht es. Fortsetzung vergessen und auch kein Live-Bild. Kein Live-Bild? Wie kein Live-Bild?
Was ist ein Live-Bild? Meinst du Live-Bild mit V? Ah, here we go. Good now. All right, here we go. Ah, right, here we go. Yes, there we are. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the closing concert of our weekly festival. Thank God that didn't happen any other night. We don't know what happened there. We switched it off and switched it back on again, and suddenly it was there. So worked that one out. The world of technical stuff will never understand it, but there it is. So there we are. Yes. Now, this evening we start with just me and a microphone. Well, now, no headphones on, no music in front of me, not really any registrations on the organ, and no music anywhere around me. Tonight is going to be a spontaneous night, and Vanessa is in charge of the program. Haha. In front of Vanessa, you can't see this. In front of Vanessa, there are several books, music books. There are several printed pieces of music, and I see in the top corners there are names on those pieces of music. So I'm guessing tonight is going to be a night of requests. Vanessa has been saving up requests over the past few days, weeks, months, years, and whatever. And she's just going to give me a book and a name and tell me what to do. It's going to be a spontaneous night tonight. So I suppose let's go. Hello, what's first?
What's first?
What's first? What's first? What's first? What's first? What's first? A hymn book.
Wie schön ist deine Welt? Das ist mein Wunsch.
Oh, it's your request. Ah, this is a request from Vanessa herself. Okay, that's good. We can do that. Number 855 in the Limburg version of the hymn book. Mein Gott, wie schön ist deine Welt. Okay, that's good. Well, that's a good start. We start with a Vanessa request, so that's good. This is one of my favorite, actually it's her favorite traditional hymn, and it's one of my favorites as well, because it's got a wonderful, wonderful melody, a completely over-the-top melody. It's not that old. It's from 1936. So in the world of hymn melodies, that's not all that old. So let's see. Now, this is the organ of Nancy tonight, the big French organ. At the moment, we'll be changing around. We'll spontaneously change organs and see what happens. So, yes. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any requests, please do not put them in the chat there. Send them as an email to gang@gartshore.de. Yeah, there are so many people writing things in the chat. It's very, very difficult to keep up with everyone. So if you have a request, please send it to our email address. Vanessa, email?
Yeah.
She's scribbling away.
Der Gleiswanderer hat schon gesagt, er kann jetzt sich alles wünschen und dann spielt es. Das sind nur zwei Sachen.
That's something different. Have you written it down, Mrs. G?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. There you are. There's the email address, gang@gartshore.de. So, what stimmt?
Wann war eigentlich wann ist das erste Jahr mit Hauptwerk vorbei?
Ja, das weiß ich nicht. Das weiß ich nicht. Oder meinen die diese? Ich weiß es nicht. Anyway, sorry, right, too much chat. Yes, if you have requests, please send them to that email address, and then we can take care of them there. It's too much on the chat here. Poor Vanessa can't keep up. Wenn ihr Wünsche habt, Sonderwünsche habt, bitte an diese E-Mail-Adresse, die ihr da seht, gang@gartshore.de. Da könnt ihr das bitte hinschicken, und das ist viel einfacher für Vanessa. Bitte nicht hier einfach so in den Chat schreiben. Das ist ein bisschen zu viel. Okay? Also, here we go.
Wir gehen auf die Sachen unter.
Eben, also Vanessa sieht das manchmal nicht, es geht unter, wenn Millionen Leute gleichzeitig schreiben, ist es fast unmöglich für sie alles zu sehen. Also, Here we go, the first piece of music for tonight. Mein Gott, wie schön ist deine Welt. My God, how beautiful is thy world. That's a nice translation. Ah, it's a beautiful organ, isn't it? It really is a delicious sounding organ, and you can do wonderful things. Listen to this at the end. That sounds nice, doesn't it? But by pressing that little button, I now have that note and that note sounding simultaneously, so I have 2 octaves. So I can make big chords, and it's playing like 4 octaves for me. And then if you take all those pipes that are sounding at the moment, put them in a big box and shut the front of the box over so that hardly any sound gets out, which I can do with my right foot, it makes this shimmering sound. Beautiful, listen to this. Haha, lovely stuff indeed. Lovely stuff indeed. Yes, there you are. That was Vanessa's favourite hymns. That was our opening request for this evening. Right, Mrs. G, what's next? And who's it for? Oh, we've got other spontaneous things coming in as well. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope they're all playable. Pièce héroïque von Frank. I can play that. For?
Für Frank, nicht von. Für.
It's von Frank. It says von Frank. Where does it say that? For Frank? Really? It's von Frank für Frank.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. That's a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Coincidence. Pièce héroïque by Frank, César Frank, for a guy called Frank. So who is Frank? Do we know who Frank is? Do we know who Frank? We don't know who Frank is actually. Have we had a Frank before on the channel? Frank, whoever you are, say hi in the chat so we know who you are. Tell us about yourself. We like to know about people. I can play this by memory. Shall I play it from memory? Shall I play it? Shall I try it from memory? Let's try it from memory. I haven't played this for months. It starts there, then that's a loud bit, then it goes back to that, then that's a soft bit in the middle, it goes back to that. Oh my God, it goes straight to that. Okay, right, that's important. And then it goes to full organ. Oh, hold on, why is that off? That's, and then for some reason that's not there. We can put that back on. I know what we'll do actually, hold on, because now that the organ's working beautifully, that's the big one, and then let's make that even bigger for the last chord. Ha! Okay, big French organ, big French piece, that makes perfect sense. Pièce héroïque. All right, here we go. By Frank, for Frank. So whoever you are, Frank, thank you very much for that. I like it. Okay, here we go. From here, memory. Can we do it? Let's find out. Ah! Merde. Merde. My brain went in the middle of that. Right, let's do that again.
Also heute darf dir nichts Anstrengendes geben, oder?
I beg your pardon?
Heute darf dir nichts Anstrengendes geben.
Vanessa just said no complicated stuff tonight because I'm obviously so incredibly up for it for where I was before. Let's go back into that a little bit and we'll work out where the hell I was. My brain just went in the middle there. There you are. Ah, well, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear my little brain isn't quite as good as I thought it was. But then again, I haven't played that for months. So I suppose that's why I had to go back to the... That's weird. I've never had that happen before. It must be it's been a heavy week of concerts. And I'm guessing it's just my little brain just went in the middle there. This is interesting. Is Rien here tonight? Oh, Rien is not here tonight. Okay. Rien Schalkwijk, as you know, has been putting up videos himself of, you know, the psychological aspects of performing and playing and recording and all that kind of stuff. It's fascinating stuff. And Rien and I have been talking over the past few weeks about the whole process. And some of the conversation we've had have been quite interesting, because in one of Rien's videos he was saying, you know, when you're performing a concert, when you're doing a recording, the concentration is at its utmost, 100%. You're concentrating entirely on the music. And I sort of disagreed with Rien. I said, that's not actually true in my case. When I'm playing, you know, when I'm in a concert mode and I'm playing, my mind is a million miles away normally. You know, normally these things happen all by themselves. And that's exactly what happened in the middle of this piece. I was sort of in the middle of that middle bit there, that slow middle bit, and my brain sort of suddenly went, oh, what comes next? And I couldn't think of the notes. I was actually thinking about the piece that was coming next. I knew my left hand did this, and then it did some sort of arpeggio stuff. But I couldn't remember what the right hand did. Now, if I wasn't doing that at that point, if I was busy thinking, all right, now tomorrow we wanted to, yeah, we have to go to the supermarket tomorrow. It's the dog's birthday on Friday. Oh, we've got a Friday night concert again. We're doing a Saturday night concert as well for our tuba members. I think, and if my mind had still been doing that, I would probably have carried on regardless, because my musical mind is doing all the work in the background, while my active mind is thinking, oh yeah, we've got to do that, we've got to do that, we've got to do that, all those sorts of things. But suddenly, I moved from that world into the, oh God, what the hell comes next world? And that threw me. That's weird. Haven't had that for a long time. Anyway, there you are. Live, Psychology Live. Good stuff. All right, Mrs. G, what's next? What's next? Something, oh, I see a hymn.
Sag mal Hallo zu Nancy.
Hello, Nancy.
Sie
Vanessa
macht
says
immer
I
noch
have to say hello,
Kekse.
Nancy. What's wrong?
Sie macht immer noch die Kekse, macht sie jetzt für den Versand fertig.
Oh, Nancy's busy making biscuits in the background. Cookies.
Queen.
Oh, God.
Cookie
I'll tell you what, oh, Vanessa, can I have another cup of tea tonight, please?
Yes.
Yeah?
Du bekommst du alles, was du möchtest.
Oh my God. I can have anything I want tonight, she says.
Okay. Ich dachte, du bist müde.
Of course I'm tired, I'm exhausted.
Na dann?
Cup of tea would be nice. You know what I fancy tonight? I fancy a cup of tea and a bath. So go and lie in a bath full of really hot water. You're joking. Who's this for then? This is for Gleiswanderer. This is not the usual Gleiswanderer. Okay, well let's do this. It's very short. It doesn't do very much. Or shall I improvise on it?
No.
Okay. Last night we had a silent film night, and we did silent film accompaniment, Buster Keaton, which is always great fun. I love doing that kind of thing. And we, and I sort of put a couple of pieces of actual music into the film accompaniment. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's if you're into silent movies, it's a great film. It's an absolutely wonderful film. I'm not going to comment on my accompaniment of it, but you know, that's up to you. But I enjoyed doing it. I had great fun doing it, and you know, it's great fun doing it. So, and we were talking. Oh, I'm so exhausted. Can you work that out? Over the past couple of days, we've been talking about silent films. We've been talking about old cartoons and all sorts of music like this. And
Ja, wird das Konzert jetzt verschoben am Samstag oder nicht?
I don't know. Shall we do a poll? Tuba member poll.
Aber dann macht man
How many tuba members are here tonight? We don't know.
Wir verschieben das einfach, oder?
Yeah.
Ja, bist du fertig?
Oh yeah.
Ja, dann
Seriously.
verschieben.
All right. I'll tell you about. We've had an idea in the background. Back in the good old days of, let's get rid of some of that. Back in the good old days of cartoon world, a lot of you will remember this introduction, and then off the music went to do some other things. So let's make up our own cartoon with some exciting music, and I think you'll recognize who it's for. We're dedicating this, however, to our friend Gleiswanderer. Some music from Tom and Jerry, but did you spot the hidden tunes in between? I'll tell you one because it was so obvious. Ain't Misbehaving. But did you get all the other ones in between? No.
Der wollte eigentlich Downbeat Bear, aber das finde ich keine...
We wanted what?
Herr Gleiswanderer wollte Downbeat
What the hell is that?
Downbeat bear.
Gleiswanderer wanted downbeat bear. What the hell is downbeat bear? Show me downbeat bear. Maybe it's something else in English. I'm guessing in German it's called.
Ich finde dazu aber auch keine
Dreh-
Noten.
Ob ich das kenne? I've never seen that
Ich finde
before.
dazu auch nichts. Also,
Okay, that's too old for me. Downbeat bear.
vielleicht hat er Noten. Fragt ihn, wenn er Noten hat, dann.
Gleiswanderer, if you have dots for it, if you have the sheet music for it, her damit. Wenn du Noten hast. Okay, right. That was a little bit. Actually, we're on the subject of cartoons. I read an email from Jez M recently, and I'm willing to bet there's some of his cartoon requests in here because I know Vanessa. She'll have been printing things out. What's in that little list of things?
Hier in der Liste auch.
Da, in deiner Liste. Du hast Cartoon-Sachen da von Jez M. Garantiert.
Eine Minute bitte. Hier ist großes Chaos ausgebrochen, weil mehrere Sachen habe ich ausgedruckt und jetzt muss ich erstmal wieder alles finden.
Ah.
Da.
Just give me that. Just give me the
Hier
whole
ist
thing.
einfach alles da.
Just give me everything. Right, that is Hanna-Barbera. We like Hanna-Barbera. That is, oh my God, that's also Hanna-Barbera. We can do that. And, oh, that's something completely different. Oh, God, what's that?
Was ist das
I
denn?
have no idea. And who's that even for? It's for Steve.
Eigentlich steht die da.
Okay, we've got some, what the hell is that?
Downbeat Bär.
Something interesting for Steve. Okay, we'll work that out. Right, here we go. Hanna-Barbera. Remember the Hanna-Barbera cartoons? That was William Hanna Joseph Barbera. Remember them? They had lots of cartoons. And oh, here's something else as well. There's something that's older. Well, let's do the old one first, and we'll go into this. Cartoon music. Everyone loves cartoon music. I love cartoon music. Cartoons remind us of our youth. Did we want? Can we move away from this organ? I don't know. What else have we got coming up? Have we got more classical music coming tonight, Vanessa, or is it all fun music?
Ich glaube, funny.
It's all fun music.
Wer nur den lieben Gott lässt walten, haben wir noch.
That's a hymn. Well, we could go back to that later. We could go back to it. We could have a little break later while I have my cup of tea.
Das hier geht.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's swap this.
Cup of tea willst du jetzt haben?
Oh, a cup of tea anytime at all. Yes, anytime at all. Now would be good.
Now.
Not that I. You know when you decide to do something fun, like for example this festival, yeah, and we sort of put on 6 days of festival. Think, yeah, we'll build up for the festival and get everything ready, and everything will be wonderful and magnificent. And then everything in your private life goes at the same time as well. You know what that feels like? I suppose it's just life, but yeah, it's been like that the last week. My goodness, it's been a turbulent time, ladies and gentlemen, a very turbulent time. Joe's requesting fun stuff, yeah? No? Oh, I think Joe's flirting with Vanessa tonight. Okay, that's interesting stuff.
Jedes Mal natürlich.
All the time. Oh,
Hier, Tom der Dauertänzer. Kurzfilm, kannst du dir angucken. Das musst du hören. Das muss man hören und dann spielen.
oh, for heaven's sake. For heaven's sake. For heaven's sake. Here's some cartoon music, and during this cartoon music, my darling wife is going to make her husband a cup of tea. And do I get some biscuits with my cup of tea again? Yes. some cartoon tunes. Some cartoon tunes. Top Cat and the Flintstones. Here, the words to the Flintstones are printed. Actually, talking about the words to Top Cat, the words to Top Cat aren't there. Top Cat. His close friends get to call him TC. What comes next? Close friend gets to call him TC, providing it's whipped in the tea. I think that was right, wasn't it? Something like that. Providing it's whipped in the tea. Oh, talking about tea time. Look. The most beautiful woman in the world is coming to see me with a cup of hot tea. Bloody hell, that's hot. You can go, no one will see you, don't worry. Vanessa's petrified of people being able to see her, which is a shame. Everybody should see. Look, actually, there's Vanessa. Look, there's a mug with Vanessa and me on it. Yeah. That was our wedding mug. And it's heat activated, so when the mug is cold, it's just a white mug. No, it's black, is it? Black. It's a black mug. And when you put hot tea in it, it warms up and does this. Cheers, folks. Oh, look. And Vanessa has got some Smarties. Mini Smarties. She only eats mini Smarties. She doesn't like big Smarties. Work that one up. Grand Marnier. Ah, Joe, Grand Marnier. A crepe with Grand Marnier. Yeah, can we have crepe tomorrow, please? In the German Christmas markets, you have these crepe makers. Yeah, pancake makers, crepe, thin French crepes. And they pop the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't even think. What's the batter? That's the word, batter. They spread the batter on these little things, then wrap it, spread it round with a big old spoon, and we were just watching. We don't have a TV. We have an iPad and Netflix, and we were watching a Netflix series about some murder in Ireland. We love true crime series and things like that. We only watch Netflix, nothing else. And this thing, and it was about murder in Ireland. And the forensic expert from the police in Dublin was talking about his modus operandi, and that he would he was going through some kind of fire. Was it fire? Yes, it was a fire, wasn't it? It was the remnants of a fire, and he was going through it with a big old spoon to see what he could dig out. So, can you imagine a forensic expert in his full forensic thing with a big old spoon, digging through a fire? It's just the most. Sorry, if Jerry's here, I do apologize, but it's the most Irish thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, a big old spoon. Anyway, but it was wonderful. Anyway, sorry, what were we talking about? Not big old spoons. Oh yeah, the big old stick that they do the old crepe with. And then the famous crepes at Christmas time, where they put then sugar, they sprinkle sugar on it as it's still bubbling away on the fire. And then they pour Grand Marnier all over it, or that orange liqueur stuff. And then they fold it up and give it to you. And you eat it at the lovely Christmas market, and you get warm, toasty feelings. There you are. So I'm having a cup of tea with Christmas biscuits. So there you are. So that's a warm, toasty feeling as well, with no alcohol. I've just found out that a hymn book is the perfect rest for a cup of tea. There you are. A new use for a hymn book. Isn't this fun? Right, what's next on the list, Mrs. G? What's next? No. Don't talk with a mouthful of Smarties. She did recently. She was piling Smarties in.
Du musst erklären, wie ich Smarties esse. Also ich sortiere die erst nach Farben, dann baue ich damit Kunstwerk und dann esse ich die immer in Zweierkombination in den gleichen Farben. Das ist nicht einfach Smarties essen.
Let me...
Das ist eine besondere...
A little insight into the world of the Gartshores at home. Vanessa, when she eats her Smarties, she's got these tiny little packets of tiny little Smarties, and she pours them out onto our, where we eat, our dining table. She pours them out, and then she first of all sorts them into the various colors. So the orange ones go there, the blue ones go there, the green ones go there, the yellow ones, and so on. It sorts them out into all the colors, and then she makes patterns with those colors. For example, she might make little flowers. What else do you make? She makes houses quite regularly. What else did we have?
Herzen,
Hearts.
Kunst.
Oh, she's very good at abstract art, which is basically just put them all together and go, there you go, art.
Aber da musst du sagen, ich esse die immer nur in Zweierkombi.
I would call it pointillism, but there you are, that's another thing. She's like Edgar Degas. She makes sort of little pointy artwork with her.
Das muss immer die gleiche Farbe sein.
With her things. And then, and only then, is she or I allowed to eat the Smarties. But there's a rule to eating the Smarties. You are only allowed to eat them in pairs, so 2 Smarties at a time, and only in the same color. And the question is, if you end up with an odd Smartie at the end, I get that one. So
Was heißt denn OCD?
OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Was ist das?
Nutcase, basically. Yes, obsessive compulsive is, I would say, a mild form of OCD. Yes, Zwangsordnungsstörung.
Nee, hab ich nicht. Ja, die hab ich die bekommen, ey.
Mm-hmm. She lives with me. She can't have OCD. If you had OCD and lived with me, you'd go.
Das ist die einzige Ordnung, die ich im Leben mit dir schaffen.
She says that's the only. That's not true. She says that's the only compulsive habit she has. Smarties. Mm. Mm. All right, what's next? It's supposed to be a concert, not a little chat about us. This is turning into a relaxing chat evening,
Was
isn't it?
hättest du denn jetzt gern? Ich hab hier
I've no idea. You've got the request. Million things.
Ja, guck dir das an hier.
All right, well, let's have something sort of jazzy or popular.
Jazzy? Hier, Up Jump You With Love. Für Rastas.
Raspberries. Fats Waller. Yeah, hey. Up jumped you with love. Yeah. Raspberries, our friend Raspberries from the beautiful Switzerland. Cool. Wie läuft's in der Schweiz? Alles gut in der Schweiz. Mike King, nuts in other words. Yeah, you're exactly right. Nutcase, a complete and utter nutcase. Mike, go and get yourself a coffee and come back. While you go and get a coffee, I'm going to play Fats Waller. This is good because Fats Waller was actually an organist. He started out playing an organ before he played piano. Did you know that? Yes, of course you did. I've told you that many times. This organ has its own built-in piano. Real theatre organs, occasionally, larger theatre organs, had built-in pianos. And they were actual pianos that were played pneumatically. So there you are. More useless information. Right, here's a wonderful piece of music from Fats Waller. Up jumped you with love. Microphone did it again, didn't it? It's on. It's on. It's on.
Yeah.
Oh, technology is weird. I think maybe just because this has been used every night of the week so far, it's decided to go, ha, sod it, and mess us around tonight. I'm getting that feeling anyway. Nothing beats a cup of tea. Anyway, what was I talking about? I have no idea. Fats Waller and his organ life. He started out life playing the organ, yeah. His dad was a preacher in a Baptist church, so theoretically that makes Fats Waller the son of a preacher man. It doesn't go up. L ist nicht dabei, ne?
Nee.
Da musst du mal gucken.
Kann das sein?
Online.
Hier steht A bis L ist nicht.
Ja, ich weiß, aber es fehlt. Es ist irgendwo am Arsch der Welt.
Ich und Ursa Mario reden gerade über deine Noten und deine Ordnung.
I see. Okay. Ordnung, meine Ordnung.
Dabei sind, ja.
Anyway, right, we're back. Mike, how's your coffee? So yes, so Fats Waller started, and years later, as he got older, he discovered the pubs and clubs of, well, first of all, New Jersey, and then New York, and then of course Harlem. And he got to know James P. Johnson, who taught him all the tricks of how to play this kind of crazy jazz piano, stride piano. And yeah, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Right, what's next, Mrs. G? Oh, I like that. Thank you, Razbaz. That was a very, very good one. We like that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have you enjoyed the festival week so far? Let us know in the chat if you have enjoyed the week of music. We've enjoyed it a lot. It's been very hard going and it's been quite stressful, but it's been great fun nonetheless. And we've had a wonderful time. We really have had a wonderful time. It's been great. Especially, my favourite, I think, was the silent film. I love silent film accompaniment. It's something I used to do a lot. I used to do it live. You can only do it live, really, can't you, I suppose? So yes, I used to do it in cinemas or in churches, accompanying films in front of live audiences, which is always great fun. Just like you. You are a live audience too. So that was great fun. I think that was my favourite. What was your favourite night, Vanessa?
My favourite?
She answered in English. Hooray! That's the first time in 5 years she's answered in English. Some of my genius is beginning to rub off on her. Wonderful. What was your favourite night? If you say Bach, I'll throw you down the stairs. My least favourite night was Bach, obviously. Because it was, yeah, since then my brain has just gone, my brain's turned into Swiss cheese. That's definitely not complete. No, that's not even vaguely complete. No, if there was a second page, that would be perfect. Das gibt's PDF-mäßig irgendwo. Bitte? Gib einfach nur das ein. Einfach nur das, die drei. Ja? Probier mal das. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What was your favourite night? You haven't told us yet. It's a trick question, of course, because Vanessa can't hear any of the music. That's true, so it's a trick question. But she hears it through, my headphones are so loud, because I'm basically deaf. And then I scream at her through the headphones. But no, she hears it through the headphones, so the headphones are like speakers for her. Here's a cute song. It's something I've never played this, I don't think. I'm not sure. It's for Alan Robinson. Hello, does that say Alan Robinson? It looks like it could say, it actually says Alan Robinson. It is Alan Robinson. Okay, good, okay. I always said Vanessa should have studied to be a doctor. Anyway, here we go. This is the love theme from Cinema Paradiso, or Cinema Paradiso. Music by Andrea Morricone. From 19... For heaven's sake, nobody can... Was ist das Datum da?
In ganz klein, 1988 steht da.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 1988, it says there. No human can read that. But she can. The love theme from Cinema Paradiso, from the Morricone family. Cute. Nice piece of music. Steve Cochran, what day did the festival start? It started on Friday. So we went Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today. Today's the last day. Tomorrow we're having a night off, a well-earned day off. In fact, we've got absolutely sod all to do tomorrow. Is that right? Müssen wir irgendwas machen morgen?
Nicht viel, nee.
Ah, we have a complete and utter 100% day off, which is exciting.
Der Joe ist auch lustig. Der ruft gerade auf dein Handy an. Hier kommt Joe Humans, ruft an. Aber so 3 Minuten.
What?
So Joe hat angerufen. Es kam da. Joe Humans ruft an.
Was? Wirklich?
Ja, ich habe ihm das auch gesagt. Guck. Ich wusste nicht, dass das durchgeht.
Oh, I didn't know that. Joe just tried calling us during that last piece of music. My mobile phone is this camera here, for the overhead camera, and normally I switch it on to airplane mode when we have concerts, and I obviously forgot to do that tonight. So yes, so good job that didn't come through when the camera was on there. That would be fun. There you are. What were your favourite nights? Answer us in the chat below. Tell us what your favourite nights were. Reen is here. Hello, Reen. We were talking about you earlier. Nothing nasty. Talking about your psychological experiments. Right, Mrs. G. Oh, Mrs. G's digging about in the book. I'm going to have another cup of tea and another biscuit while she's doing that. Oh, I've got that. It's printed out. Printed out. Printed out.
Das ist ausgedruckt. Hier?
Ja, guck mal da durch, die Sachen, die ich ausgedruckt habe.
Ja, das ist doch das.
Davon ist dabei. For Joe. Da, unten.
Okay. Den kannst du fangen.
Tell you what.
Management ist heute sehr gefragt.
Management's having a wobbly in the background today. Tell you what we'll do. Let's dedicate this one not to Joe, but to Joe's wife Marie. And let's change it back to. Actually, no. Let's. What shall we have? Oh, I know. Let's have these. Yes, these are quite nice. You know I all love film music, and if you're going to do film music, there are some composers you absolutely have to enjoy. And of course, you have to enjoy the music of Henry Mancini. Now, Henry Mancini was, of course, very good at the old jazzy film music, but he was also very good at slushy film music. And I think this is one of his best ones, one of his best songs anyway. And it became a hit anyway. Wonderful. Days of Wine and Roses. I remember those. Days of Wine and Roses. And showing off the theatre organ from a different side for a change. A theatre organ is basically a unit orchestra. Unit meaning units of pipes. So for example, you have normal sort of organ sounding. You have normal sounding pipes. You also have things like, well, you have things like strings. So but those strings are tuned ever so slightly tighter than a classical organ strings, and you can get also bigger strings like this. They also have very soft strings like this. But it's still a very tight stringy sound. And if you have all of these together, all of these strings together, you get a very, hold on, let me just quickly do that. I suppose I better do that as well. You can get a very exciting stringy sound. All the strings together at the various octaves. Those are strings at 16, 4, 8 and 2. So there are 4 different octaves of strings. So imagine a huge orchestra of strings. But in order to get that still sounds very classical organ, doesn't it? So in order to get that exciting theatre organ sound, you need to add what's called a tremulant, which basically wobbles the sound. Listen. And that's nice. That's a very nice sound. But to add to that, things called vox humanae, vox humanas. There are 2 of these in this organ, and they make this lovely shimmering sound. They don't sound like the human voice, but they sort of sound like a corona choir in the distance. How about that? It's quite nice, isn't it? And if you mix all that together, those strings that we just had, and the vox humanae, and the tremulants, and a bit of pedal to give you some bass, you get this beautiful shimmering sound. Nice, isn't it? It's a nice sort of orchestral sound. And because all of the organ is enclosed in a big box with shutters at the front to let the sound in and out, you can close the sound right down. You get that kind of, oh my goodness, distant effect. And then as you open those shutters, to add an extra bit of bass, we had a 32 foot. Pretty good, eh? That's the joy of a theatre organ. Other things theatre organs can do that other organs can't would be a vibraphone. But that doesn't sound like a vibraphone. Now, it does. There you are. And you can make it sound longer. Even better. There you are. It has chimes, which would make Alexander Wunderlich very happy. Alexander knows what I mean. And of course it has things like this. Is this the right? A xylophone, a glockenspiel. And they repeat as well. Like I said earlier, there's a marimba as well. which is called a harp. Could be like a harp. Let's have that now, please. I see it on the top. This is a request for our friend Yellowbird. Is it Yellowbird Nest or just Yellowbird? I can't remember. Yep. What's that then? Oh yes, that's cute as well. We'll do that in a moment. We'll do that in a moment. Here's a very fun piece of German music that was requested. A piece of German music was requested. Yes, a piece of German music was requested. And this is the kind of thing that I would actually expect Rien to be playing on his theatre organ. Rien also now has, I think you have 2 or even 3 theatre organ sample sets. Is that right, Mr. Schalkwag? How many is it now? But you got this one as well, didn't you? So we need to share registrations. Listen to this. A Walk in the Black Forest, not by Mr. Bert Kempfert. Bert Kempfert made it famous around the world. It's by a guy called Horst Jankowski. Got to be careful how you say that. Horst Jankowski. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. A walk in the Black Forest. That was for Yellowbird. How's about that? All right, Mrs. G. How are we getting on here? What's next? There are some interesting requests, I think. What's that? That says Cameron on it. What's that? Is this Cameron Platt? Cameron, are you there? Mr. P, are you there? Okay, Cam. I think Cam was off playing with the doggies, wasn't he? Graham. Graham just wrote Fraser! Exclamation mark. Graham used to be a teacher, so like my mum, when Graham writes Fraser with a question, with an exclamation mark like that, he means something. Is there something? Did I say something wrong, Mr. Twist? Do tell. Do tell. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Vanessa just asked, did my mum do that as well? My mum had not only a teacher's voice, but a teacher's look. She could kill at 10 paces just with a look. It's something that apparently I have inherited, so I'm very glad about that. You know me, I can look really evil. People can be scared of me just because I look at them. I don't do it to you, obviously, but I could. I don't do it to Vanessa either. I only do it to neighbours, peasants on the street, all that kind of thing. People who are generally annoying, in other words, almost everyone else in the world. None of you, of course, the Gartshore gang, you're the best people in the world. You're wonderful. Our subliminal messaging has obviously been working. All right, is Cam back or not yet?
Oh,
Darla says, yes, you have that look. Oh, I see. Joe Humans, ticket to donations, question mark. Was that, Joe, are you asking, have people been buying tickets this evening? Yes, people, have you been buying tickets this evening? Or have you, for the entire festival, been buying tickets? Because, yes, all of this goes towards keeping this channel alive, keeping us alive, and keeping me in cups of tea. There you are. There you are. All good fun. I don't think Cam is back. All right, well, let's play something else then until Cam comes back. Cam's gone off for a walk with the dogs, I think. I think that was Cam. Yes, you may play some Bert Kempfert if you like, Swing and Safari, etc. Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, let's get some music for Bert Kempfert at some point. Tell you what, we'll have a concert of European cheesy orchestra music at some point. So James Last, Bert Kempfert, all that kind of stuff. Vanessa, I need some music, please. You're in charge of the music tonight. I have nothing here. I have nothing here. What's that? Oh, what is that? Oh my God, that looks like sight reading. All right, who wants a sight reading exercise? It looks difficult. Let's see. It's for Rien. Rien, are you here? Is Rien here? Oh my goodness, what is this? This is a march by... Ah, now I understand. So this is what... I understand why. Was it film music night or was it on the opening night? I can't remember. I played the Colonel Bogey March. I played the Colonel Bogey March. Okay, and I said, who was Kenneth Alford? And nobody remembered who Kenneth Alford was until Rien, obviously, they went and sent this out. This is a march. Oops. Whoop. Ah, no, come back. It's fallen on the floor. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and Rien sent over another of his marches. Now, I don't know this, so this is sight reading, so let's find out if we can actually do it. Oh my goodness. We're doing it on a theatre organ as well. Do I have sensible registrations for this? No, I don't, but hold on. Let's change them to this one. I think those are better. That's that. That's the same. That's crap. Don't want that. No, those are bad. Let's not have that. Let's have those. Okay, but I need to avoid one of them. Okay, march music. March music here on Organ Time. Oh, thank you very much. A donation via YouTube. Thank you. Donations via YouTube are lovely. Thank you very much indeed, because you can do little pictures like that. Someone said, boss, with a Yellow submarine style animation. I like that. Very cute. Cute. Very well. The Great Little Army this March. The Great Little Army. Who is then the Great Little Army? I wonder. I don't know. I don't even know this piece of music, so let's see what it sounds like. Dum da 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 dum da dum da dum da 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 dum. Sight reading time, but let's go for it. I did not know that at all. What a cute piece of music. The Great Little Army. I like that. Nice one. Thank you, Rien, for your wonderful suggestion. That came in a few days ago, apparently. Rien isn't even there. He's probably ironing something in the background. He's probably ironing away. It's getting close to midnight, ladies and gentlemen. Is Cameron back? Wolfgang Becker, no Visa card donation possible. I think yes. If you go to PayPal, there is the option to. You don't have to have a PayPal account, but there's the option to do it via your credit card. And for those of you who don't believe that PayPal is safe, I think it is these days. It's very, very, very secure these days. We have been, we've never had problems with PayPal. Anytime I wanted money back from PayPal because I bought something that was faulty or didn't get there or whatever, I just sent it to PayPal, and they did everything and worked it out absolutely perfectly. So yeah, there is another way actually. There's something called Buy Me a Coffee. Wolfgang Becker, PayPal is bad. No, it's not. It's wonderful. But there is something called Buy Me a Coffee. Vanessa, do we have the link for Buy Me a Coffee? Do we have that? No. If you look underneath the video in the description of the video, there's something called Buy Me a Coffee, or in my case, buy me a probably now cold cup of tea. Cold tea's horrible. Buy me a coffee. There's something there, you can do that. And that works with credit cards as well. And there's no PayPal involved at all. So that's another option. Okay, Vanessa, Cameron's not there. Cam, we'll do it on Friday. If you are there, we'll do your thing on Friday, okay? We'll do it on Friday.
Also er ist jetzt gerade nicht da.
Okay, he's gerade nicht da.
Willst du noch was von Bach?
Oh God, no. No Bach tonight, please. Bach is... No. We're going to have a Bach-free week now. Oh, who's that for? Steve. All right, let's have this. Let's have this then.
Jerry is there.
Jerry, hello, Jerry. Just off work, but dropping by to say hi. Jerry, you've missed a very interesting evening of things not working, of Vanessa and Fraser almost exhausted, falling asleep. You missed my cup of tea. You missed my magic cup of tea. Look, it's cold, you see, it's gone black again. It's a magic cup. What else did you miss? Some fun music too. Here's something I have no idea about. Steve requested this. Any particular Steve? Is this smacks of Steve Rowley? Is this perhaps Steve Rowley? This smacks of Steven Vesta. I'm willing to bet this is the kind of thing they like. I'm willing to bet. Leroy Anderson. Leroy Anderson was famous for all sorts of wonderful music. The typewriter, the sleigh ride and all that kind of stuff. But he also wrote something called, oh my goodness, what on earth is this? It's another march. Oh, it's March night tonight, apparently. He wrote something called the Phantom Regiment. So we just had the Great Little Army, and now we have the Phantom Regiment. How cool is that?
Haben wir jetzt Samstag verschoben oder nicht?
I don't know. Have we? Have we decided?
Ja, müssen wir jetzt sagen den Leuten. Du kannst es jetzt nicht machen.
Have we decided? Was spricht für, was spricht dagegen?
Du musst das entscheiden.
Ich muss das entscheiden. Ha. Right, what is this? What on earth is this? I'm not even sure what key it's in. It's in... That looks like F minor, but the notes aren't F minor. Oh, that could be. That could make... Whoa! Okay, this is interesting. I have no idea what this is supposed to sound like. A request from Steve. It's completely... I'm guessing it's in F minor. Forgive me if I get this wrong. It ends in F minor, and it looks like it could be F minor, but there's some very weird chords going on here. We need a trumpet. What sounds more military trumpet? That one? Or this one? I think that one does, doesn't it? That's better. Okay, right. Let's go for it. Sight reading time. Have you got them ready to go? Ooh. Das ist egal.
Okay, warte mal.
Du kannst sie überall hinziehen, ne? Du musst es nicht direkt da hinziehen. Oh God, we have one of those moments where Vanessa's trying to do something on the computer. It's that cat doing that on the keyboard.
Jetzt, warum Nancy die ganzen Tage nur
Oh.
zugehört hat und nicht geschrieben hat, das wird die Leute bestimmt interessiert, weil die hat diese Kekse verziert.
Oh, I see.
Ganz viele.
Right, you ready for this? Not yet. You ready for this? The last couple of days, our friend Nancy T, has been watching the concerts and listening along, but she's been beavering away in the kitchen, decorating cookies. And here, click, here are, look at that! Isn't that amazing? Those are cookies.
Amazing.
That is amazing. Vanessa's speaking English all the time. This is amazing. That is amazing. That's really rather good. Ah, that's wonderful. So, are those, is that like, yeah, is that playing cards? Is that the idea? Is that like playing cards? But horse, pumpkin, and horseshoe. I like that. Sorry, I'm looking at this from across the room, but that looks rather amazing. Those are cookies. God, they're too good to eat, aren't they? Do we have more? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. All right, there's a close-up of the horse. Look at the detail there in the mane and all that. That's amazing. Amazing. Oh my goodness, there are millions of them. Good heavens, wait, you see this one. Here's the next picture. 3, 2, 1, click. My goodness, look at that. That's amazing. Like little stamps. Wow. Nancy, nice one. Wow. So that's why Nancy was listening along and not joining in. Amazing. I like that. I like that. Very clever. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Wow. Very clever. I'm hungry now for look at this. That's the cookies I get. Yeah, sort of boring, plain German Christmas speculatius. Christmas gingery cookies, a thing sort of thing, like ginger nuts, I suppose. Ladies and gentlemen, midnight has arrived, which means it's time for Vanessa and I to turn into pumpkins and Cinderella. I beg your pardon? Cam's still not back. Right, Cam's getting his request on Friday then. Okay. Yeah, too good to eat there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to say goodbye. And it's time to say thank you. You've been such a wonderfully present audience throughout the festival. Thank you very much indeed. If you're new and you've been joining in, if you've joined in for the festivals and things, then ja, nächstes Mal, das passt nicht jetzt. Machen wir am Freitag. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for joining. If you're new to the Gartshore gang, say hi in the chat. Send us an email, gang@gartshore.de, that kind of thing. Let us know who you are. We love to have you around. And we are a close community, and all those people we chat to, we've known for ages because they've been here since the beginning. We don't really know many of you personally, we just know you here in the chat and online. Some of you we do know personally now because we've met over the YouTube years and become close friends. It's amazing. So yeah. Cameron, thank you for coming back. We'll play your request on Friday, okay? Because we have to close the show. We have to close the festival. Time to say goodbye. I'm not going to play Time to Say Goodbye. That's too cheesy. I want to end on a high note. And something I haven't done all festival long. Not even in the jazz night. I didn't do it. I don't know why. No, I do know why. I was saving it to now. I wanted to go out on a bang. And a musical bang would, of course, be the wonderful world of boogie woogie. And it is perfectly possible to play boogie woogie on an organ. Many have tried, most have failed. But it's actually much more simple than you imagine.
Samstag kein Konzert. Viele sagen, es wäre besser, wenn wir Samstag kein Konzert haben.
Yeah? Ah, thank you. All right. So that means on Friday will be the 8th. No, Friday, what? Saturday will be the 8th, is that right? Sorry, yes, is that right? Yes, Saturday the 8th, there will be no tuba concert. I'll put a message out to all our tuba members. You have very kindly given us the night off. We will do it the week after, okay? So on the 15th, we will do our tuba extra concert. If you want to, what's the tuba extra concert? Well, if you are a Patreon member, if you've joined us on Patreon, and you you joined at the tuba level, which is a kind of it's a slightly more expensive level, but the idea is to try to sort of generate a general and regular income, as it were, and for that you get an extra concert a month in addition to all the other concerts. So every Friday and every Sunday we have live concerts, and once a month there's an extra Saturday concert for all our tuba members and people who donate similar amounts to tuba members. That's quite important because a lot of people don't want to join Patreon, they just do it on a PayPal basis or something like that, and those people also get invited to our tuba concerts. Why do we call them tuba concerts? Because of those lovely big snappy reeds on theatre organs that sound like big fiery tubas. If you know anything about organs, you know what that's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a great 6 nights. It's been an exhausting 6 nights, but it's been good fun nonetheless. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being generous. Thank you for thumbs up to all the videos. Thank you for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for being part of the wonderful Gartshore gang. Vanessa, say thank you.
Thank you.
Say it loudly.
No.
God, say it loudly. Vanessa's doing it over there. She's doing it in writing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Time to close off with some boogie woogie. See you Friday night for the usual regular Friday night concert. Oh my goodness me, there's definitely going to be one of them. And then we will see. See you, folks. you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Gartshore Organ Festival. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being part of the Gartshore gang. And we will see you very soon again, at the very latest, on Friday. Good night.